I, I, I just don't know. Honestly, I just don't know what is up with YouTube and live streaming and their ingest servers and everything. But it's not good. It's very not good. You would think for the fucking largest video platform in the world, right? That's what they are. They would have the shit fixed. Yet it turns out they can't even handle a 720p data stream and tell me whether or not my stream health is good. Something in their servers is very fucked up. And it's bothering me. So, let me put this in a self-promotion tab here. That should help. And let's just fucking get started. Hopefully the chat box works today. Last time it didn't. Well, not until the very end of the stream, anyway. I don't have a good way of like checking viewership, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter either way. So last time we ended up here in, what's the name of this place? This is Besaid, I think. And today I think we're going to go to the temple, and we're actually gonna go do shit today. I don't know how long today's stream will be. It also kind of depends on how well this whole like server health thing is working out for me. Because if that fucks up, I'm just gonna stop the stream half an hour in. But I have had some food before starting this stream this week. So maybe I'll do it a little bit longer than last week, but probably not a lot. Because I want people to have like a life between me ending the stream and the video going up.
Standing in that place. I began to realize how different this world was from my own.
And I don't have my water with me. Oh, I do. Never mind. Okay. There are going to be a lot of cutscenes coming up over the next couple of minutes, so it's probably going to be not a lot of me talking, which is fine, to be honest, because I'd rather
10 years have passed since Lord Braska became High Summoner.
save my voice.
And finally, we receive a statue for our temple.
Oh, what's a High Summoner? I got too close to Sin's toxin.
Why does he even like spout exposition to this random
Funny
dude
hearing myself make the same
entering the
excuse
temple?
over and over. Funny and a little sad.
The Summoners are practitioners of a sacred art, sworn to protect the people of Yevon. Only a chosen few become Summoners, who call forth entities of great power, the Aeons. The Aeons hear our prayers and come down to us. They are the blessing of Yevon.
Or are they? Nice point.
Was that we should respect some kind of great men or something like that, I figured.
I think there is some like decent items in these rooms. I could be mistaken though. Maybe that's a different temple. There's one temple which has a pretty like good... They all have a very important item in them. All of them, there are trials which hide a secret item in them. And if you get them all, you get the one of the most powerful summon Aeons in the game. That being Anima. So we're definitely going to go for that, because even though that's very like late to end game, it's a powerful thing, and for the final like section of the game, it's going to be real good to have. Because difficulty and like enemy strength really picks up there, and having a summon that can actually deal over the usual damage limits by default is a good thing. All the other summons you get before that point.
Sorry, man. No time for lunch yet. Take a nap. You look bushed.
Okay, I will. They can also break the damage limit, but you need to get certain items for that, and these are difficult to find. It's easier to just get the powerful summons.
You could at least go see how they are doing.
We can't interfere. It's a rule.
But it's been nearly.
Also, I'm a bit tired today, so I may be a bit less high energy and more yawning. I'm sorry for that.
Nearly a day already.
Been a long day.
Perhaps you could go look
Long
for
week,
us.
actually.
People are searching for him now.
Thank you.
Who cares whether he comes back or not?
But he might die.
Fine, let him.
Do you hate him so?
I'm stupid.
If he dies, you'll
I do
never
have a
be
view
able to tell
counter,
him how much you
literally
hate.
on my Streamlabs. There's a view counter on top of the chat, which shows me constantly, like for the next 2 hours, there will be no viewers. That's not true necessarily, though. I mean, 2 hours is a long time. People can stop
Waka?
by. The thing is, right, if nobody watches this and they only watch the VOD, or not even that, that's more or less fine. On Twitch, having a low viewership actually hurts you. As in, your average watch time goes down. In YouTube
Is something
terms,
wrong?
average watch time doesn't
The
matter that
summoner
much.
hasn't
It's just
returned from the
total
trial.
watch time.
Eh?
Well, apprentice summoner, really.
Huh?
There's a room in there called the Cloister of Trials. Beyond is where the apprentice summoner prays.
Also, I have chocolate with me
If the
today,
prayer is heard,
just
the
in case I do
apprentice
get
becomes a
hungry or
fully-fledged
like
summoner.
need some
Remember?
sugar. I've got chocolate.
So someone is in there
It's
somewhere
a
and they
box
haven't
with
come back out. Right, I got
3
it.
types of chocolate: milk,
A day's already
dark,
gone by.
and white.
Is it particularly dangerous in there?
Sometimes, yes.
Why don't you go in and help?
There's already guardians in there. Besides, it's forbidden.
Hey, but what if something happens? What if the summoner dies?
The precepts must be obeyed.
Like I care.
I never realized that the cutscene of
Maybe. This wasn't such a good idea after all.
of Titus going in here and saying, "What if they died?" Follows directly on him not caring about his dad dying. So he cares more about this random stranger than his dad, and it's kind of like a fun thematic thing, right? So these things can be rather annoying to deal with. This is the first one. This is the first trial. It's not that big a deal, but they do get more difficult as time goes on. No enemies in here though, which is good. Because we're going to be fighting quite a lot of enemies in other areas. You just go around touching glyphs. They don't do that in real life. And then you find these orbs or spheres. I'm sorry, we're playing Final Fantasy X. Everything is a sphere, not an orb. It's pretty much the same thing. And then you place them in other stuff, and then shit happens in the temple. It's just that easy. So, long story short, you go around touching and stealing a lot of stuff. Again, not something you particularly want or need to do in like real life, necessarily. Do I place it back in here? Do I? Surely not. But I didn't see another place. Okay, so I said this one was easy. Yes, I did. But that's because I didn't see the stairs down. So you're definitely supposed to insert it in here. Opens the door, and that leads you to a new area in theory. I need a destruction sphere. I need a lot of spheres, actually. Let's just... touch symbols, yeah. So sometimes you have to just run around and mash the interaction or the A button to get shit. Or you can, like... I love the way this looks. I love the way it looks. Probably should use that as a thumbnail rather than just the standard box art for the game. What kind of sphere was that? Oh, the Besaid sphere. Okay, so it's just a general sphere which doesn't do anything particularly special, I don't think. So this trial is obviously a tutorial for how these trials will work in the future.
Hey! What's gotten into you? Hey, it's okay. Only summoners, apprentice summoners, and their guardians can enter here. It's a tradition, very important.
So what about you?
Me? I'm a guardian.
A guardian?
Of light? Kingdom Hearts! We'll get to that at some point, I'm sure.
Whoa! Ah!
Summoners go on a pilgrimage to pray at every temple in Spira. Guardians protect them. The Guardian's in there now. One of them's got a short fuse, and who knows what the other's thinking. Well, now that we come this far, might as well go all the way.
No, I want to go back. I missed something in there. No, I missed something. I want to go back. I didn't want... No. Damn
What
it.
are you doing here?
You can come back
Think
in
we'd be
here,
able to
but...
handle it?
No,
I'd rather not.
It's just... See, I told you she gets mad easy.
Is the summoner all right?
Who are you?
This sucks. I'll have to go back in here. I'm gonna forget. I can't go back in here right away, can I? Because if I can, I definitely will. I never noticed until the HD remake of this version of the game that when Yuna opens her eyes here, it's very obvious that she has two differently colored eyes, and that is something to do with the duality of her family. I never noticed that until I saw this in HD, and it was very apparent suddenly. And duality in general, I suppose, not only her heritage, but just in this shot. It's very obvious suddenly.
I've done it. I have become a summoner.
I mean, obviously, what is it called? Heterochromia is always more or less a sign
Man,
of
was I
duality
surprised.
in storytelling.
And here I was thinking summoners were all old geezers.
Yeah, that's a summoner you'd like. That's a sylph? A summoner like fuck? I don't know. It is though. I mean, that's not a secret. I mean, we don't have to rule 30 for it, but still, they are a thing.
Hey, over here!
No. I want to actually... Now that everybody's out there, can I go back in? I doubt it, but it's worth a try. Yeah, probably not, right? But only sworn guardians. I think Tidus Atreides is going to become a sworn guardian fairly soon, and I can go back in there, right? Right? Right. I hope. I don't know.
What? Ow!
Wait till you see this.
I can't see anything.
Ready?
Okay.
Let me pick my chocolate up already. Not because I'm hungry. Just because I'm feeling a little bit lightheaded. And I think I could use some sugar. Also, I haven't tasted these chocolates yet. They're still in the wrap. So maybe they're very bad chocolates and I'm gonna starve to death as a result. Still nice chocolates. Not particularly great, but decent. Actually, kind of subpar. No, not a huge fan, to be honest. Doesn't even have dark chocolate, never mind. Just white and milk. I'm not a huge fan of those. We're gonna eat them, because I bought them, paid for them, but not a huge fan. Won't buy them again. That being said, I just ate a white one. Maybe the milk ones are better, but usually it's
I've
rather...
never seen anything like it in my life. Sure, it was a little scary, but still, I could feel a strange kind of gentleness coming from it.
So that's Valafor. But yeah, usually fucking up white chocolate is a lot more difficult than fucking up
I
white
remember
chocolates. White
that
chocolate is
night,
usually
We talked for the first time.
the other way around.
I didn't know it then.
What
But
am I
after
even
that
saying?
night, everything changed. For
White chocolate
everyone.
usually,
For me.
even bad white chocolate is decent. Bad milk chocolate is actually bad.
Let me introduce you to the team. This guy here wants into the tournament so bad, I let him on the team. His memory's a little fuzzy, so don't mind him if he says anything odd. Come on, say hi.
Hi guys. So what's our goal?
To do our best! Nope, we got a new goal now. Our new goal is victory! To win every match, defeat every opposing team, to bring the Crystal Cup back to our island. That's all we need to do to win. Easy, huh?
Oh, why are they caveman?
Victory! 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 Victory!
And why is Titus having a huge boner for somebody he just met? Let's go to her. Let's see.
You heathen!
Stay away from the summoner! You're a bad man!
Lady Yuna, be careful.
But it was really my fault to begin with. I'm Yuna. Thank you so much for your help earlier.
Huh? I'm sorry about that. Wasn't I not supposed to... Guess I kind of overreacted.
Oh no, I was overconfident.
I saw that Aeon thing. That's amazing.
Really? Do you think I can become High Summoner?
Whatever that means, Titus doesn't know.
Lady Yuna, come play with me some more.
So, tomorrow then.
Tomorrow?
We're going on the same boat, aren't we?
Oh, really?
We can talk more.
Huh.
You can tell me all about Xanarkand.
Wait, what?
She's cute, yeah?
What? Wait, who told her about Zanarkand? Exactly.
Don't get no ideas.
No promises there, big guy. Hey, but what if she, like, comes on to me?
That's not going to happen.
It is
If you get tired, let me know. I had a bed made for you.
It's definitely happening though. I'm definitely ready for bed. And please, tomorrow morning, make me a guardian so I can go back into that fucking thing. Because if I have to wait until late game, I can't get back into this damn village because there's a dog Aeon guarding it, and I'll need Anima to actually take care of it, and it's like a whole cyclical thing, and I'll just be locked out of it. It's pretty much what's going on here. So I'd very much prefer if I didn't have to do that. Because at that point I have to defeat bosses that
Where's
are
that boat?
more difficult than the actual final
Everyone
boss.
will find us if it doesn't come soon.
You really sure this is okay?
Would you take me to Zanarkand?
Hey! You said you'd go with me!
Why is Taj running in place?
I
What? Is that what he does when he's
Mama told
nervous?
you not to get any ideas.
He did?
Yeah, so you're coming with me.
Hey, stop dreaming! You with a woman? You can't even catch a ball! Oh, what's the matter?
Honestly,
Cry again, cry, cry.
does any
That's the only thing
fucking
you're
person
good
in the
for.
world dream like this?
Huh? What'd you say?
Nobody dreams like
You have to
this.
speak loudly.
Like, disregarding the cinematic different shots.
That's the spirit.
Dreams are
can
weird,
do
but
it.
not like this, right? Maybe that's just my experience with dreaming?
I hate you!
I don't remember a lot of my dreams anyway, but...
He does look a lot like Chapu. I was surprised too, the first time I saw him. But no matter what he looks like, he isn't Chapu. You shouldn't have brought him here in the first place.
Yeah, but he needed our help.
Excuses again?
Yeah, but
That's it. No more. Enough, Waka.
Scary. So, who's Chapu?
my little brother, Chapu. He looked like you.
He's dead?
He was with the Crusaders when they fought Sin last year. He didn't make it. I first heard on the day of the tournament.
Oh, so that's why.
I became a guardian to fight Sin, yeah?
Revenge, then?
That was the idea. I'm more worried about a stupid game now than avenging my brother. Well, after the next tournament, I'll be a guardian full time. I know it kinda looks like I'm using you, but I'm not.
Don't worry.
You are, though.
I owe you a lot.
You really are.
You really...
Everyone in this world is just kind of an asshole.
What I mean is... Thanks, Waka.
Stop. You're embarrassing me.
Yeah, it's because you're using him. Everything that's happened so far, since meeting Waka, is just because that's what Waka wanted. And just because we don't have another better plan, we go along with it. Not because we choose to. Is it overly cynical? Maybe. Is it true? Definitely.
Hey, sleepyhead. something I want to give you.
Whoa, you're giving this to me?
It's a sword.
Yeah, use it well.
How often do you give people a sword? Well, I guess in a place like Spira where
That's the sword you gave Chapu.
Well, he never used it.
there's a lot of like dangerous things around, you might need a weapon.
Where's Yuna?
Fair enough.
We're taking the same boat as Yuna, right? Why do we gotta wait here?
Yuna came to this village 10 years ago, when the last calm started.
The calm?
Since then, she's been like a little sister to me and Lulu. But she had the talent. She became an apprentice. Now, today, she leaves as a summoner.
This is our journey. We should leave together.
You really don't need all that luggage.
They're not really my things. They're gifts for the temples we're to visit.
This isn't a vacation, Yuna.
I guess you're right.
You're just gonna leave it there? What?
Okay, off we go.
Spira is full of assholes. Even like they kept the object in the scene. Even like the most well-meaning, like gentle spirit in the entirety of Spira, Yuna, obviously, just walks off and lets other people deal with her shit. I just saw this chest. I think I might be able to open it. A Phoenix down. That'll be useful. I still don't think I am officially a Guardian. I just realized I think I officially become a Guardian like not way down the line, but not until we leave this island by boat. So I don't think I can go in here yet. Nope. But there will be an opportunity for me to come back here before the Dark Aeons are spawned, I think. We get the airship at some point and then we go to a couple of places. And at a certain point the world map opens up before the game comes to an end. And I don't exactly know when the Dark Aeons spawn. But I think the Dark Aeons spawn the moment you're able to fight Sin on the airship.
Here comes one now.
I think.
Hey, why don't you try out that sword I gave you?
It's auto-equipped, that's nice.
No.
Not too shabby. You kept up with him pretty well. Might make a good guardian someday. A flyer. My kind of customer.
So, since Wakka is a ranged attacker, he is better at hitting flying things, because flying things will usually end up dodging sword attacks. And Tidus is very speedy and as such is good at attacking agile enemies, because they don't have time to dodge his attacks. Whereas a more like heavy character, which we'll get to in a little bit,
that looks like trouble.
Deals more damage with calm hits with enemies as well. And this is a magic based enemy, so even though we are maybe a little bit strong, we're not quite strong enough to deal a lot of damage against it.
If you can't beat them down, you gotta use magic of an element they don't like.
Magic? Element?
Let's have our black mage show you what I mean. Lou, you're up.
Wakka can also learn variants of elemental attacks, though, a little bit down the line. So there's 4 elements: fire, ice, lightning, and water. Fire and ice are strong against each other, I think, and then lightning and water. So it's not like Pokemon where one thing is strong against another, against another, against another, against the first one. It's just the 2 duos: fire and ice, and water and lightning. That easy. Fire against water, or is it fire and water and lightning and ice? Oh, here, fire and ice are opposed, as are lightning and water.
Spells of ice work well.
It said it on screen. I just wanted to be smart. I didn't want to read.
Weak, you follow.
I get fire and ice, but what about lightning and water?
Lightning and water are opposed. This one here is a water fiend, which...
It's a water fiend, which means we want to use a thunder spell. That deals a lot of damage to it, and that's pretty much the combat system. That's a combat system for you right there. It's literally that easy. It becomes a little bit more complex with certain moves, as does any game, because it's early game. Of course, it's going to get a little bit more complex, but the game really does a good job easing you into that. It never feels overwhelming. Of course, there's also the Aeons, which we'll get to.
Let's get going, man.
We're gonna wait.
Huh?
Are you ready?
What's going on?
That's what I've been wondering for quite a while. So these people are all praying here.
It's an ancient custom. People leaving the island pray here for a safe trip. Chappu didn't pray that day. Said he'd miss his boat.
And then he died. The end. So I'm not a very religious person, not to get controversial. So I'm gonna act like I pray. Then again, I kind of do when I'm with religious people, like, and they just kind of expect you to, but that's like within people's homes, and you just kind of like adapt to that kind of shit. So in principle, I just don't do this.
That should do it.
Just because it's insulting in a way, in my opinion, right? Because if I'm not actually praying because I don't like believe in what they believe, I just find it insulting to act as if I am. And a lot of people might prefer, I guess, to act rather than just sit there. I thoroughly disagree. I really do. And that's just like my morals, which I'm not willing to compromise on that much. Again, it's different if you're like people who pray for a meal, before a meal. That's something partially different in my opinion. But still, there is a good argument to be made to not act as if you're praying there either. I'm just like, if you're inside somebody's house and they're giving you food and hospitality, I think like then it becomes a sign of respect to like adapt to what they are doing, right? I don't know, it's difficult. Also, we're fighting Kimahri here. It's one of our teammates.
What's with that guy?
Kimahri Ronso, of the Ronso tribe. He's learned the Fiend's way of fighting.
That's not what I meant.
He's another Yuna's guardians.
Huh?
Sometimes we don't understand him either. Kimahri doesn't talk much anyway. But he has protected me since I was a child.
He doesn't have a horn though, so that's kind of a bummer. We did get items and such for that there, which is nice. There's items up there as well, which I don't think we can get to yet. I think that's like a late game thing. A lot of things are, to be honest. I think we're gonna get a tutorial here for... we have Yuna on the team, so I think the first thing we run into here is going to be our Aeon tutorial. Yeah, definitely. That's one for Valefor, not for us.
A flyer! That's your department, right?
True, but why don't we let our summoner show us what she's made of?
Yeah, you scared. So, right trigger, it said, right? No. Yeah, left trigger. Same thing. We go Yuna. switches with the person that's taking the
Show
turn
us what
to
your
moments.
training has taught you, Yuna.
Okay.
And at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. Also, the only people who get experience are people who actually had a move. So if we finish this now with Velafor, Wakka and Lulu will not get experience. Which is fine. But what you might want to do is like skip a turn with Yuna by just like attacking or use a potion. And then give Wakka and Lulu a turn first and then summon Velafor. So that everybody gets experience. It's not like experience gets shared and everybody gets a little bit less. It's just a set amount which is awarded to everybody who has had a turn against a certain enemy. So Velafor has Sonic Wings. Damage an enemy and delays its turn, which doesn't really... Yeah, you see it delays not the upcoming but the turn after that. We've got a basic elemental magic and a basic attack. So let's go for a normal attack. Also, you can see Velafor has the scan ability. Scan meaning that we can, I don't know if it's called scan or Libra in this version. I think it's scan. We can see its HP. We see a little bit of information. Dodging its attacks, its easier effect after inflicting darkness. So it's a little like, you might want to take this into account when fighting this guy. And if he has elemental weaknesses or resistances or immunities, it will also show here. So now let's use Sonic Wings instead, just to show you different moves. Deals a little bit less damage, it seems. And then we've also got Shield takes less damage, but Overdrive gauge won't charge. And on Boost, you take more damage, but your Overdrive charges faster. Which is obviously... it's double-edged sword both ways, because you kind of want your Overdrive to charge, but you also don't want to take too much damage. But I do want to show Velafor's Overdrive off here. And my enemy apparently also has Sonic Boom. Let's use another attack, because I think we'll get to the Overdrive anyway. And attacking obviously also gives a little bit of Overdrive there. Dodging as well, apparently. I didn't even know that, to be honest. I think the Aeons get Overdrive from all those kinds of actions. For your characters, you have to set what kind of like Overdrive boosting thing they get. But that's like way down the line. As you can see, when I try to go Overdrive, it'll cost me quite a few turns. But this is going to take it out anyway, so it doesn't matter. But if it would survive, it would get 3 attacks in a row on me here, and that would be potentially devastating. So that's how Aeons work. I hope you enjoyed that explanation. As you can see, only Yuna got experience there. It wasn't a lot of experience anyway. Probably should do a little bit of Sphere Grid for Tidus here, because he's got 3 levels. Let's move you over here and use a Power Sphere to increase your defense, a Power Sphere to increase your strength, and an Ability Sphere to get Cheer, which is Tidus' signature ability, I'm pretty sure. Pretty much. Everybody can, at the end of the game, get every ability. Because at a certain point, the entire sphere will actually just show you. Let's go Lulu. And then I think... What is zooming out again? That's display status. Like... I legitimately don't remember what... Oh, zooming out, yeah. So as you can see, it's one big, well, sphere grid. And Tidus goes through his own path, which is like going up here. And then like this Sloga, probably not over there, but you get the point. There's these level things blocking the way, which are very rare. You need a level sphere to break through those, and at the end of every single one of these paths, because every path does have an ending, there is one of those level spheres, and that leads you into a path which is usually walked by one of the other characters, and in that way even Tidus can learn black magic, any spell really. There's a couple of things that are character specific after all.
No problem. Leave this one to me, huh?
Yeah, I'll...
Say goodnight, birdie.
I'll let you deal with this one then. Oh, now we get to learn about Dark Attack. So yeah, definitely you can make like Riku, when you get Riku back, a black mage. You shouldn't, because Riku has like the steal and the item ability, which isn't sphere grid based. That's just an ability the character itself has. Same way Tidus, I think, has the flee command. Only Tidus can use that, because that's not gained through the sphere grid. So we also have Cure and Asuna. Asuna cures ailments, restores HP, Cure, obviously. And other than that, Yuna can't really do anything. So I'm just going to have Yuna attack once. And then get a text message. Lulu definitely going to have to stay in, because obviously range attacks, magic attacks are ranged. And then we're going to switch out for Tidus, which probably won't actually be able to hit this thing. Never mind. We did hit it. Because obviously we do want to have the experience being like shared equally throughout everybody on our team as much as possible. Are we going to do that for every single character, for every single battle? Most likely not, because at some point we're going to have like 8 party members. And there's going to be like very easy fights, which don't give a lot of experience anyway. But for every boss fight, we definitely will do that. Every boss fight will reward every single character we have with experience wherever possible. There's some boss fights which of course are limited to certain enemies alone, but that's just that won't happen a lot, let's just say that. So here we have an interesting position, because we definitely could just take this thing out now. We won't. Because I want to share some experience, especially this early in the game. That's fairly important. So, switch out for Yuna. And I don't know, just fucking heal Lulu. I don't know. And we can try to attack it with Waka, which wasn't going to do any damage.
I'll handle it. Step.
I know. I'm way ahead of you. I'm like probably like half a game ahead of you, because I am using strategy rather than like which goes further than only this one battle. I want everybody to get experience, because I don't want anybody on my current team to get underleveled. The moment we get somebody like Riku or Kumari, I don't really care about those too much, even though they can be very useful characters in their own right, doing their own thing. Especially Riku. When you're facing like machines, Riku is amazing, because Riku can just demolish them. It doesn't give you any experience, granted, but still. So let's get back into this. So as you can see, this is the start of the Lulu path, and it I don't really have anything to do here. I got 20 MP points. It's decent. Yuna gets... Ooh, Yuna gets a new spell. Null Blaze. Oh, we get all the null abilities first, which... casting this on somebody, there's also a null all, but that's way down the line. Makes you either immune or resistant, I don't remember, to that specific element. Which enemies usually have a specific element associated with them. And agility makes it so that you can hit and dodge better. So I think I did a pretty good job wasting an hour explaining the things tutorials also explain. It's pretty much what this has been. Yeah. I might not have a second part to dinner, to be honest, because we're getting close to being an hour in here, and I still haven't like increased my hunger. We still have like over an hour to go. Also, I should stop saying like every 3 damn words.
Goodbye.
And this is where our journey really, really begins. 3 hours into the game almost. It's a Final Fantasy game. You can't be that mad. Going from Besaid to Kilika. On our way to Zanarkand. As our final destination, which won't be our final destination today. Oh god, I like this music. Let's see, can I... I like... You've heard it. I like how, see, this is movement of the binoculars slows down a little bit when it gets to a certain part of Lulu. And then hesitates to go further back up. Or further up. Also, not a real good place to like be spying on people, right? Standing on the edge of the boat with a pair of binoculars. I don't know. You might have some a thing or two to learn there, Tidus. Tidus, who cares?
Come to think of it, I haven't told you where we're going. First to Kilika Island. Then we change boats and head for Luca. For that though, Yuna's gotta pray at the temple. I'll be guarding. We'll be praying for the Aurochs' victory too, so you come along, yeah?
Great plan.
I told you, I'm not praying.
Hey, it is a great plan.
Don't look at me.
We'll be praying for the Aurochs.
Yeah. So do I talk to Yuna now?
Word is that summoner's got noble blood. I heard she's Lord Braska's daughter. You don't say.
Lord Braska's daughter?
Do I just talk to everybody on the ship?
I don't know who you are or where you came from.
Okay, so you just shut up. It's pretty much, oh, I saw an item. No, I didn't actually. I thought I did. I thought I saw an item, and this is a place you can't actually return to. So any item is going to be lost to like the Aether. Looking at like this place, it's very obvious that a lot of things in here aren't actually objects, but are two-dimensional drawings. I'm walking on top of with a little bit of invisible geometry, which reminds me a lot of Final Fantasy IX. It's not as obvious in this game because it's a way better looking game, and it's obviously made for PlayStation 2 rather than PlayStation 1. But just this specific scene, it reminds me a lot of how Final Fantasy IX plays. And as a matter of fact, this might be like one of the earlier maps they made for this game, as just based on that alone. Because when we go out here, there's a lot more 3D geometry. Yeah, that's the word. Might also just be because nobody is expected to actually like check that out over there. So, do you want to use the binoculars? Yes, please. No way, do you remember what you did last time? I just looked at some people. Oh, that's what I do, right? I pick up a blitzball? No? Do I talk to Kimahri? Probably not. Kimahri doesn't talk. So then what the frick am I supposed to do? Oh, talk to Wakka again.
So, is Yuna's father famous or something?
That makes sense.
She's the daughter of High Summoner Braska. You saw his statue at the temple. Lord Braska defeated Sin 10 years ago. Yuna's the heir to a great legacy.
Oh, the milk chocolate is even worse.
It's tough.
Oh.
When your father's famous.
Huh?
It tastes a little bit like...
a bit lacking in the imagination department.
Huh?
Thanks, Lulu. I'll keep that in mind.
I don't know what it tastes like. I want to say a little bit leathery, but it's not quite leather. It's just got a certain sting to it, which I don't appreciate in chocolate. Not like spiciness or like cocoa taste sting. That's fine. This just tastes like it's been sitting in a warehouse for like 10 months. Which, realistically, probably is the case.
The wind. It's nice.
Good thing chocolate doesn't really go bad. Though the milk in the chocolate can, obviously.
You're a blitzball player, aren't you? From Xanarkand, right?
You hear that from Waka?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Waka. Waka doesn't believe me at all.
But I believe you.
Huh?
But why?
I've heard in Xanarkand there is a great stadium, all lit up, even at night.
Huh?
Great blitzball tournaments are held there, and the stands are always full.
How do you know that?
A man named Jack told me. He was my father's guardian.
Jacked.
Daddy and Daddy.
My father. His name is Jecht.
Amazing! You know, our meeting like this must be the blessing of Yevon.
Sounds like him, but it can't be him.
Why not?
My old man, he died. 10 years ago, off the coast of Xanarkand.
Well, the time travel element makes in, that's more like 990 years ago. But then
Out to sea for training one day.
it wasn't
Never came back.
time travel, and it actually makes sense. So,
And no one's seen
yeah.
him since then.
Oh, they have! Don't worry.
Why, that's the day that Jecht came to Spira.
But
It's true, I first met Jecht 10 years and 3 months ago. I remember that was the day my father left. The date fits, doesn't it?
yeah, but how would he get here?
You're here? Are you not?
Okay, tiny spoilers here. Talking about Jacked. And guess who shows up? Sin. Again, I'll try not to spoil too much. Since there might be people watching this somehow that haven't experienced this game in the story yet. But by and large, I'm going to assume that you probably... I mean, this is the fight against Sin, right? This is not the other one. You have another instance of people falling off a boat and a battle happening. Yeah, no, that's Sin. It's kind of big.
What do you think you're doing? Stick a harpoon in him and we'll all get dragged under.
Sin is going for Kilika. We gotta distract it. Our families are in Kilika. Forgive us, Lady Summoner.
Wait! Oh boy.
Don't do that. Look at the size of that thing. That's only like a fin. It's only part of it. Why would you ever think that's a good idea? Now you are going to die along with your families. So pretty much what you're saying here is, if my families are gonna die, I'm just suicidal. That's pretty much what's going on here. And I'm not sure I approve. Understandable to a certain extent, perhaps, but still don't approve. Oh, and then we have these enemy pods, and oh, we actually have Komori on the team now, because Lulu and Wakka are too busy doing fuck all. Okay, so we start with a normal attack, should just one hit. Oh, doesn't even one hit. Let's call... Oh no, Blaze casts on everybody at the same time, I didn't realise. And then Komori, Komori has not learned Learn yet, which is annoying. At a certain point, Komori will be able to get an ability called Learn, and you want to use it against everything you face, because you'll learn the special ability from that fiend, and you stack up different attacks, and eventually Komori can become a very, very useful asset to your team. I've never really used him that way. In this playthrough, I'm going to try to actually use him that way. Lancet, though, is a HP and MP draining attack, as you just could see, which is very useful as well. Because that means he is self-sufficient to a certain extent. And now that everybody hasn't had a turn yet... the wing starts to flicker. That doesn't sound good. That doesn't sound good at all. Let's go for Lulu here. Black magic, this son of a bit. Wait a second, did Komori have... Let me check. With Komori, Komori actually has scan. Okay, that's interesting. I guess Sin is going to shoot more pods. That makes sense.
This place is crawling.
The fin, that's where they're coming from.
No shit! Fighting at a distance. Regular sword attacks cannot hit targets at a distance, such as Sin's fin. Attacks these enemies with magic or Wakka's Blitzball attack. So I think from now on we can actually start attacking Sin. Which... Why would we? Why would you ever, like, do that? Sin has 2000 HP, only if. Oh yeah, and we only deal about 100 damage. So what I'm going to do now is I'm definitely going to use some amount of magic here to attack Sin. I'm going to summon an Aeon as soon as everybody has had another turn, because I don't know if Sin's fin counts as a new encounter in this battle now. I'm going to assume it does, and I want everybody to get experience for it. But I don't think we can even attack it anymore. So, does it really matter? Oh, we still can attack it. Never mind. This is also a way to grind, because I think these enemies on the deck will infinitely respawn. Let's go for Tidus here. Murder that bitch, and then Yuna can take care of the rest with Valor 4. Which I definitely should be using short animations for this, because I'm going to use a lot of Aeons. And the shortened animations will be very useful to have. The first time you summon an Aeon, it'll have the long animation anyway, so it doesn't matter if I use the shorter animations for all other encounters. Okay, so you can actually just fly over and attack that, right? Yes, you can. Or use magic, I suppose. I don't know what the wing starting to flick actually means, if I'm being very honest with you. Why not? Let's use Sonic Wings. I don't think it'll actually do less damage. I think Sonic Wings always does a little bit less damage because it's just a less powerful move, because it has a side effect. Oh, that deals a lot of damage. That's not particularly great for me, is it? I don't think it really matters what I use against Sin because it's neutral against all elements anyway. I really want to be able to use my overdrive here before I die, if at all possible. That would be marvelous. But I doubt that's actually going to be a thing I can do, unless... Oh, no, he survived, Now he's going to attack me, and that's going to hurt a lot. Yeah, enough to the point where Valefor is no more. So, back to Wakka and Lulu we go for damage. Yeah, I'm just going to keep attacking Sin, because I think that's the main issue here. I might as well, I mean, just a little bit of extra experience from these extra monsters. It's alright, it's alright. In the life of an hour, nobody's been even, like, in the chat whatsoever. Which is a little sad. But then again, I see this as no different from just recording a very long episode. But that does lead me to probably ending the stream a little early, rather than going for the full 2 hours. I was going to go full 2 hours if people showed up and we were having a good time here. But seeing as how that's probably not going to be a thing, I probably will just, after this battle at the first, like, checkpoint or save point, I'll probably end the stream. Unless somebody just shows up now, which is, of course, a possibility, but I kind of doubt it. Where do we go from here? You don't have a lot of HP left, Sin. So, I think next time Lulu gets a turn, because Wakka can't do 300 damage, I don't think. Can you? Not even close. Okay, so next time Lulu has a turn. Oh, that does a lot of damage. And this should be the end of the fight, or I have to take out like these little enemies in front of us here. But this thunder should do the trick. No. Oh, I thought it had 270 left, but it probably... apparently was less. Okay, so that was the first fight against Sin. And things are only gonna get worse from here, because that was only his fin. And he wasn't even targeting us. And that's going to be the final boss. Not really, but in a way, kind of, not really, sorta. He stole our harpoon! Wait. What did you jump into the water for? Oh! That makes sense. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Thank you for that. I don't think that's how fluid dynamics works, but hey, what do I know? Is this where we... Wait a moment, this is... No, this is a different fight. I didn't even remember this fight. This is not Sin, by the way. But this is a different fight. So here we have a thing where we do an underwater fight. Only certain characters can exist underwater. And those certain characters are Tidus, Wakka, and eventually Riku. Everybody else kind of have a hard time breathing underwater. These characters don't breathe underwater, they just can hold their breath for ridiculously long periods of time. Let's use cheer. Cheer, I always underuse it. It's actually fairly useful. And let's use a potion on Wakka. I would very much prefer that I got healed between these battles. I understand why I don't from a story perspective, but from a gameplay perspective, this fight becomes a little bit tedious when you don't get healed. Especially with the fucking Drain Touch thing. I don't know if it respawns these things. I'm gonna go ahead and guess no, since the Sin Spawn. Oh, this is also a Sin Spawn, that's the thing. But this is just a Sin Scale. So it's not even a Sin Spawn. It's a Sin Scale. Oh no. That sounds bad. That sounds real not good. I can Dark Attack you. Right? Do you get blinded? You do! I like that. I appreciate that a lot. Yeah, I like that. I really, I appreciate that. So suddenly now that we're underwater, these Sin Scales apparently die in one hit. Where before... What was that sound? That didn't sound like a gameplay sound. It sounded like a... That's coming from outside. So I don't know. Let's just attack the Sin Spawn. At this point it might be worth it to have one character die and use a Phoenix down rather than a potion, because it heals more HP. But I didn't actually want that to happen, is the thing. As you can see, when you use an item, you usually do get another turn relatively soon in return for it as well. And my MP is empty. Okay, we're not in a good spot. We're in a pretty bad spot, as a matter of fact. I hope that this thing dies soon, because otherwise I'm screwed. It's been a while since I saved. You still missed. That's good. Please just die. I really don't like not having a Scan or Libra-like ability. Miss. Okay, and so now Wakka is dead and the enemy has more HP again. Well done, Wakka. Why couldn't you dodge? Now Tidus is gonna probably die. Or both. I don't have a lot of Phoenix down, so if you could not, I would very much appreciate that. At some point we're going to get overdrives, and that's going to be the end of these guys. So I don't know if Tidus can even use his overdrive underwater, and Wakka is dead anyway, so I don't think Tidus has enough HP left to charge his overdrive, because he only gets the overdrive from getting damage. I need to potion spam. That's pretty much the only thing I can do. But combined, those 5 enemies will deal more than 200 HP for every time I can use a potion. So I really need to just get me to my overdrive. It's the only thing I can do. And then hope that I can actually use it underwater. Okay, this should get me ready for my overdrive. Wakka won't get any experience, obviously, because Wakka is dead. Let's just attack you. Okay. Overdrive ready. Let's go. Oh, killing these things doesn't even really do anything, because after they attack, they're gone anyway. Swordplay. I can. Okay. You're dead. Hopefully. Overkill. Okay, so it was close to dying. Overkill does get you more experience, though, which is nice for Tidus, not for Wakka. That was kind of scary. Oh, that counts as one fight. Huh. I guess I didn't get experience before before the cutscene, so that makes a certain amount of sense. I just didn't think about that. So a lot of people about to die here. A lot of low poly people, though, so it doesn't matter. They don't have a lot of polygons. So it's not important. They can die. Look, if you're watching this and you have a low poly count, and you're like, you're just not very detailed, and you're just lacking some polygons, that's okay. I don't mind. Sin does. Sin doesn't like low poly people. I'm sure Chappu also had low polygons. Mostly because he doesn't even have a design. I don't think, at least. Well, it looked like Tidus, we know that much. There's a guy that looked like Tidus in Final Fantasy X-2, but that's somebody entirely different as well. Yeah, he dead. Sucks to be you.
When Sin attacked Zanarkand that day, I woke up in Spira. I kept hoping it would work in reverse, too.
I will defeat Sin. I must defeat Sin.
I was just fooling myself. Maybe it was that day, on the sea, under the burning sun. I started to give up hope. I was in a foreign world. I wasn't going home.
Even if you could, Zanarkand was attacked.
This was my new reality, and I was stuck in it for good.
What are you expecting to find? A ruined city? As far as you know, there's some time travel shenanigans here, so you could just return to Zanarkand pre-Sin attack. But you'd just be waiting until Sin attacked again, so you would have to go way before the Sin attack, at which point it's not even a city you know. And nobody you know will be alive, probably. Maybe your grandparents. So, and do you even get that choice?
Greetings. I am the summoner Yuna. I have come from the temple in Besaid.
Oh, milady summoner!
If there is no other summoner here, please allow me to perform the sending.
Thanks, BT.
Our loved ones. We feared they would become fiends.
Please, take me to them.
I think we'll be doing that sending next week, though, not this week.
See what we can do to help in town.
Fuck no. I'm gonna have dinner. Actually, no, I'm not, because I'm still full from the burger I ate earlier. But this is a save point, and we are well over an hour in. And I think that'll do it for today. So thank everybody for not watching. Everybody who's watching this, you're watching the VOD. Thank you for watching the VOD. Please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And next week, Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern European time, which is like 5 p.m. UK time. And you can work that from there. It's 5 p.m. GMT. And I usually go for an hour or 2 hours, anywhere in between. So come and watch. Also, join the Discord. If you're in my Discord, you get a notification when my videos get uploaded and when I go live. So, see you then. Bye.